This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
Hey, great friends, what's happening? It's Kaplan and Crew, along with Grande and the Brown Man from the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. Hey, as we're just getting onto the airwaves of 1090, we're just getting onto the stream of YouTube, all the different audio podcast platforms, and tonight we'll be on TV. And again, there's no Padre game to compete with, so I'm looking for people to come check out the TV show tonight, just as we're about to go on. Like literally seconds before we're about to go on, I said to Browner, are you doing all right today? And he said, I'm kind of hurting. Browner, what's going on, man? What's the problem? Okay, immediate
I went for a run before the show.
All right, hold on one second. Grande, what's going on? Is that your dog or is that your neighbor's dog?
Dog?
Oh,
neighbor dog. Neighbor dog.
Your neighbor's dog is that loud, dude?
You know what, dude?
That's not great, bro.
Yes, it is, Scott. And I need a second here.
Okay.
Ban small dogs from apartments.
Oh, there's a political statement being made here.
Apartments. Ban small dogs. I need to speak. There is an open seat in my HOA. I am considering running for that seat to make that a rule in this building.
Okay. Explain what's going on with your neighbor.
It's a little dog. That's all it is. Nothing wrong with little dogs. But an apartment where I guess everyone here either has a backyard if you're in the first floor or a balcony, which I am in on a balcony level. And today the HOA is doing balcony inspections to make sure that they're structurally sound and nothing wrong with them and not decrepit or any way. So our building does a great job of keeping the building nice. So because there's random dudes on the balcony, the neighbor has, I guess, let their little doggy outside. And this little dog, doesn't matter if it's 3 a.m, 6 a.m, 11, 2, 3 p.m.
There you go.
You can hear it.
God, that dog is annoying. What kind of dog is it?
I gotta go close the window. I gotta be dead honest with you, dude. Never seen it.
You're kidding.
It's not even outside right now. They have their sliding door open.
So you mean to tell me? Because listen,
I know it's small by the sound of the bark.
Yeah. Right.
Because my dog, when you hear sometimes like we get a delivery, she got like that growl, like a dog.
Yeah.
She got that dog in her.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. This little one down there, like just a little giant rat.
God, that's annoying.
How small are we talking when you talk about barring small dogs?
Under 10 pounds.
Small dogs. Okay.
Yeah, I think if the bark is bigger than the bite, that's where I draw a line in apartment buildings.
Brown, are you offended by this notion of banning small dogs from Alex's condo complex?
I mean, yeah, I'm a small dog guy. I'm a Shih Tzu guy. So I don't want to. If you're talking about as mayor 2024, banning small dogs is not something that I would endorse.
So big tall guy like you,
small dogs.
Big tall guy like
From
you, likes
apartments.
little doggies, huh? Little Shih Tzus.
It's not that I like smaller dogs. I also like Great Danes, but those are like the only 2 dogs on the list. I don't. Other than that, you can keep your dog.
I'm very specific about my dog.
Right.
Yeah, I'm a 2-dog guy. I'm a 2-dog guy.
You guys know Fluffy, Gabriele Iglesias?
See?
Yes.
Watched his special yesterday at Dodger Stadium on Netflix.
Oh, really? How was it?
How was it?
You know, he's a storyteller. He's not so much of like a comedian. Like I got jokes. You know, it's like I've experienced things in it. So it's like kind of drags and then it's funny. Kind of drags and it's funny. But I thought personally, as a Mexican, very cool to see Mexicans do big things like sell out. The only person to ever sell at Dodger Stadium for a comedy show. Thought it was pretty cool.
I did see. I saw like a little bit.
Cool.
I haven't seen it yet. Mostly because when I go to Netflix now, you've got me consumed with the Dahmer series. And last night I got through episode 2 and like half of episode 3. And I'm trying to catch up on episode 3 because you said after episode 3 you stopped watching it.
I would say you're at the point where I already stopped watching it. I finished 3, but I was pretty out of it.
Yeah, but I was kind of falling asleep because it was getting late last night. So I haven't gotten through all of 3 yet, but I was trying to catch up to you to decide if I was going to be like you, end at 3 or keep going with the series. Episode 2, I actually found very interesting because the cop says to Dahmer, hey, you want a lawyer or whatever? He's like, nah, I'll just tell you guys the truth. I might as well end this cycle. And the cop says to him, he goes, well, Jeffrey, how did you start doing this? And like, what made you enjoy doing this? And he starts telling the story of his father and him picking up roadkill, taking roadkill back to the house and doing like science experiments on the roadkill. So like episode 2, I thought was outstanding. Episode 3, he was just getting kind of late. So I haven't seen this Iglesias. What's his first name?
Gabriel.
Enrique.
Gabriel, because I'm inclined to call him Julio.
I love Enrique. I love Julio.
Yeah.
All the Iglesias. I
Mhm.
love Iglesias. I love Churches.
Yeah. I saw a little bit of his stand-up, not much, but I saw a little bit. But you're right. Like I don't know much about him, but he's more of a storyteller than just like
Yeah.
straight jokes, which I
So
like.
I only bring him up because you're talking about like how tall Browner is, like
Mhm.
Gabriel Iglesias, whatever. He's a very big dude,
Mhm.
and he is an owner of 2 Chihuahuas of a combined weight of 12 pounds, and that he talked about yesterday, and that's exactly the kind of dog I'm talking about banning here.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I'm sure if my neighbors can hear me, they're probably flipping me off because I know for a fact on my floor where there is 6 apartments on my floor,
Mhm.
2 of the 6 have small dogs.
Yeah.
Just on this floor. So
It's just amazing to me how you hear that dog barking.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty loud.
Yeah. So anyway, we're just getting on, like I said, getting onto the airwaves of 1090, getting onto the stream of YouTube, all the different audio podcast platforms. And again, tonight we're on TV. We're in the 7 Mile Casino studios, 7milecasino.com. But where this all began was literally seconds before we're about to go live. I say to Browner, you doing okay today? And Browner said, not really.
Drinking water.
I know. I've
What
never
the
seen
hell?
anything like this before. Browner drinks soda, period. Like that's all
Or-
Browner drinks.
Apple juice out the plastic thing, or orange juice out the big old plastic Simply Orange thing.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Or like some random lemonade sometime, like simply lemonade
Like
sometime.
put it this
you
way,
know?
mostly just sugar drinks. I've
Sugar.
never seen Browner
Yeah.
drink water. I've never seen
Yeah.
Browner eat vegetables. He's a fast food eater and a soda drinker. So Browner,
Yeah.
what is going on today? What exactly happened this morning?
I ran. I went for a run, man. I had to park my car so far away because of street cleaning. And then next thing I know, bruh, oh man, I'm like, I'll jog to my car.
How far away was your car?
Too far.
How far approximately?
Maybe 7 blocks.
Okay, so what do you think 7 blocks is? Half a mile? Mile? What do you think
Long
it is?
blocks or the short blocks, like
Long ones.
like
long ones.
University to Lincoln, or like 30th to 31st block?
No. Like
The
let's
long
say
blocks.
the long ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The unforgiving ones.
Okay, so you
Not great.
decided to go for, I'm going to go to get my car, but I'm not going to walk. I'm not going to take a scooter.
Right.
I'm going to actually go run.
Because I haven't exercised that level in a while. I haven't got on my feet and physically ran because I haven't been playing basketball because of COVID. But I'm like, I'm going to start playing basketball again. But before I do that, I want to start doing some small runs, like a mile, maybe 2 miles.
Okay.
That way, when I get on the court, my lungs don't collapse.
Okay, so what happened?
My lungs are collapsing.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Mhm.
Gotcha. So you did a 7 block run, which again, approximate for me, how much is it? A half mile, mile?
Quarter.
It's about a mile.
Okay. Okay, 1 mile. And
Hard
how long-
running too. It wasn't like light jogging. It was running like, where's that black man going?
Oh, like okay. Like people were going, "Hey, that guy must have just done something." That kind of deal.
Right. It was like I ran past a couple people and they looked at me as I was running, and I could feel them like looking around, looking back, like, where is he? Who's chasing him?
Right.
You look sus.
Yeah.
Right. Where are the sirens?
Yeah.
Mhm.
One of those.
Were you
Yeah.
carrying anything with you, like
The
that? people
ghetto
would be
bird
like,
flying around.
Yeah. Right. Helicopter.
Right.
ride.
Not
Black
Because
man.
Browner knows.
Black
Browner
man.
knows. City Heights, we get that all the time.
Oh,
You
dude.
can see it in City
All
Heights
day.
all
Bro,
the time.
bro, believe it or not, here where I live, I know coastal elite.
Mhm.
You cannot believe how frequently there's a helicopter flying around, and they're going, "We're looking for a man who fits the description of," and it's like,
Oh,
you're kidding
God.
me.
Up there, I just thought they would be like traffic helicopters.
No.
for
Right.
Local news.
No, for
Right.
real. Like I mean,
Today's,
maybe-
today's weather.
Yeah.
Today's weather is a light 78 degrees. You may want to wear a jacket.
so
Those helicopters been looking for that's what's in guys up there.
right, yeah. Well, they're in the wrong neighborhood, as I told you that. So wait, so Browner, so tall black man running the streets of North
Almost
Park,
full speed.
right? And people are thinking this guy just stole something. Is that what you're saying?
Because
Mhm.
the challenge is all, I mean, because I did it before the show started.
Mhm.
So the problem is, I don't think people run full speed often. Do
Mhm.
yourself a challenge. Challenge yourself. Run full speed. Give
Okay.
yourself a block, a good
Okay.
block, not a short block,
Okay.
a good block, not an east to west block, a north to south block.
Okay.
Full speed.
Mhm.
Tell me how you do.
All right. So you ran perhaps a mile today, if that.
at full speed.
You did not
Almost.
jog. You weren't just kind of jogging, taking your time. You
Right.
actually were in a full sprint of sorts.
In like jeans or in
Yeah,
what do
like,
we?
in
Did you
exercise
dress?
gear.
Did you dress for the occasion?
I had running shoes on,
Mhm.
sweatpants, in this t-shirt.
Okay, and that T-shirt really doesn't look sweaty.
Well, again,
Again,
a little bit under there. You got
There's a little bit there.
Ugh,
Ew.
little pit action.
A little bit there.
Yeah.
You got a little bit there.
Oh yeah, the left side's more pitty
Yeah.
than the right side.
Nah,
Gotta be
equally
honest.
pretty.
That's not the worst thing on the show today.
Oh boy. Oh
Sorry.
boy.
Side note.
What's
What?
the worst thing on the show so far today?
That's not the worst outfit on the show today. That whatever Scott's wearing is the worst.
Yeah, I
thing
don't know what
I
you're
see.
doing. I wasn't gonna
This
comment
is like
on it.
this is like Browner wearing the Warriors crew neck.
Well, wait a second. You say that. Let me show you guys what I'm wearing today.
Mine was way more fashion related than that. I don't know what that is.
This. Can you guys read what my sweatshirt says?
Broncos Parents Week. I
Broncos.
knew exactly what it was when I saw the colors.
Yeah. So what happened was, I don't remember why exactly, but last night I got kind of chilly, so I had this sweatshirt that when I went up to Boise State a couple weeks ago, my daughter had gotten us all these. Well, I say she ordered, I paid for sweatshirts for everybody that say Broncos Parents Weekend. It's got like the sorority name on it or whatever. And I don't know, man.
Why does it have a helmet?
I don't know, because they were playing football. I don't know. So I was here. I'll take a look. Here, you look at it right here. Parents Weekend. There it is. So why, Alex?
Zeta Alpha?
I don't know. Is that the sorority she's in? Zeta Tau Alpha. ZTA.
Zeta Tau.
Yeah.
Zeta Tau.
What is that?
Alpha.
What do sororities and fraternities get you? I never really understood it. I always
You get to pay for
took it as-
friends.
Yeah, I almost took it as like gangs. It's like college gangs.
It's kind of like, there's a big group of girls in this sorority.
Right. Hang out and bully people.
No, I think they do community work. They
Sororities and fraternities do the same thing. They're a group of people who get together and bully other people because they think they're cooler than everybody.
Why are
else.
they? I don't know that there's any bullying going on. I mean, I know there's a lot of partying going on. I don't know about bullying.
Could tell what happened when you went to college. Jeez,
Gee, brother.
Who?
Not all sororities are like that.
Yeah, not everybody's a big bully.
Let's be clear. Let's clear something up. I'm speaking for other people. I succeeded in sororities. I succeeded with fraternity dudes. Everybody loved me. I was him. I was him. Like when Bryce Harper hit that home run, I was like, I did that. I'm him.
You were
that
he,
was
him?
me. I'm he, him.
He, him, huh?
I'm he, him.
All right, Jalen Ramsey.
So the thing is I didn't take the sweatshirt off before the show started. I just was comfortable in it. It felt kind of good. So I kind of expected to catch a little heat.
I don't mind. Like, listen, you went to Pitt. You didn't go to San Diego State like I did. I don't think you have this like affinity for the school like I do. I mean, you are a observer of the athletics, maybe a supporter of the athletics, but you bleed Pitt. I get it.
Yeah.
So like you wearing that is not as offensive as if I were wearing that. But I will tell you that I just don't like looking at it.
Well,
I can tell you right now. If Zeta played soccer against San Diego State and his daughter was scoring goals, bruh, you'd be mad right now.
Well, I mean, listen, if my daughter was playing soccer at Boise State, which I wish she would, but she's not. If my daughter was playing soccer and Boise State was playing San Diego State, there ain't no question I'd be cheering for Boise State. Now, on the other hand,
I would too, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, on the other hand, if San Diego State's playing Boise State in football, I'm cheering for San Diego State. I don't really care about Boise State football. Yeah, I don't really care.
Yeah, Parents Week.
Yeah, Parents Week.
I don't need to throw her under the bus, but we know someone that has a child in college, and she went to Parents Week, and it sounded like she had a lot different experience than you did at Parents Week.
Oh,
what do you mean?
She who shall not be nameless, or who shall remain nameless. Excuse me.
Is this Linda Welby?
No. Doesn't remember Parents Week.
Oh wow.
Because she had such a good time at Parents Week.
Really? Who is this?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Oh, everyone knows her.
Okay.
Or him.
Who is it?
She'll never hear this.
Who?
Linda.
I just said Linda.
I know, but I wasn't gonna out her, but whatever. She'll never hear
So
this.
Linda got that wasted with her daughter at USC that she doesn't even remember the weekend?
I don't know if it was with her daughter, but I think at the game she had a good time. She showed me some pictures.
I went to fraternity parties with my daughter and my two daughters. And I went to a whole, like my 16-year-old daughter was with me. My 18-year-old daughter came from Tulane. And then obviously Jillian goes to school up in Boise. And they went out to parties, the three girls. And then the next day we went to all these fraternity tailgate parties. And I mean, I had a great time.
Did you meet the significant other?
Who? Jillian's boyfriend?
Yeah.
No, she don't have a boyfriend there.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
I thought she did.
No. So
When you go to these fraternity parties, you're looking around like, who's the putz?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, actually, this one putz, I walked into this fraternity party not realizing I had to bring my own beer. I thought, they'd have beer at the party. And this kid, who's some pledge in the fraternity, goes and gets me 2 Coors Lights. These beers are like pretty much room temperature. I'm like, thanks a lot for nothing, kid. I look around, I see there's like a couple of parents because it was parents weekend. So all these adults were there as well. And I see these 2 guys. I'm like, hey, fellas, I'm like, you guys look like the kind of cool guys that I could ask for a favor. They're like, yeah, shoot. I'm like, you guys have a cooler of beer here. Can I take these 2 beers and put them on your ice? And they're like, yeah, go for it. Then they gave me a beer. Next thing I know, I'm hanging out with all these other parents. One guy was from Corona Del Mar. One guy had moved out of Southern California and had moved to Arizona. And we wound up hanging out with these people. And then my daughter met their daughter and they had the same name. Next thing you know, it was like 20 of us all leaving to go to one fraternity party to another fraternity party. It was fun. I had a great time. This is the first time I'm wearing the sweatshirt. But what happened was I woke up this morning. I was kind of chilly and it was like out. So I put it on and I never took it off. So that's kind of what happened.
What is going on with the weather in San Diego since we're having one of these segments right now? What is going like? I walk my dog before 7 a.m. every day. Where's the sun?
Yeah, it got cold and it's
there
dark.
was not a single cloud in the sky at 6:45. Where's the sun?
Yeah.
Why is it pitch black outside?
It's so
and
dark.
freezing.
It's so well. Hey, you know what? I'm so glad you brought this up because now
global warming?
No, not global warming.
No.
Global cooling.
Just that it's so dark early in the morning still, and it gets super dark earlier in the evening now. Browner, so you went out running this morning, right? Well, let me rephrase it. You ran to go get your car.
Right. I ran for something. I didn't go running. I ran for something.
Yeah. So last night, you guys know my pal Blair, right? So Blair and I are always trying to inspire each other. And one thing that we're trying to inspire each other to do is to get back into running. And I must tell you guys, like getting back into running for me right now, without exaggeration, is starting from ground zero. 10 years ago, after I had done the Ironman, if you said to me 2 years later, let's go for a 10-mile run, I'd be like, let's go. Like right now, if you said to me, let's go for a 3-mile run, I'd be like, oh man, 3 miles seems like kind of a long way, So last night, my buddy Blair calls me and he tells me, he goes, listen, I've set a goal for us and we have to accomplish it.
I like how somebody would call you and say, I did something for us.
Right. He set a goal for us. He said, here's the goal. Between now, so today's October 25th, and Thanksgiving, which I want to say is like November 24th-ish, something like that. He's like, we have to run 75 miles between now and then. And what that comes out to is 15 miles a week. I said, okay, I'm in. So he said, okay, do this. Download this app called Runkeeper. So I downloaded this app last night called Runkeeper. I don't know if anybody's heard of it last night.
I have it.
Okay. He and I followed each other. And I said to him last night, I will start tomorrow morning, meaning this morning. So as the night is going on, I keep waking up throughout the night. Like I got to get up because I'm going to go run. I got to make sure I get all my stuff together because I didn't like lay it all out last night or anything like that. So this morning at about 5:30 a.m., I wake up and I'm like, okay, my goal is to be out of the house I want to run from 6:30 to about 7:30 and I'll see how much I can get in an hour. All of a sudden I went back to sleep. My dog is sleeping next to me. We're sleeping like back to back, me and him. And I woke up at 6:45 or something like that. So like I wound up, blasting through. So the point is the goal was to start my 75 miles between now and Thanksgiving today. And I didn't get to it.
You can have my one.
I'll
donate my 1 mile to you.
No, I'm going to get it. And
you want my half-mile walk that I did this morning?
No, I went out.
Now it's adding up. See, now it's adding up.
No, I did the Peloton because I knew I was like, I don't have enough time now to go for this run.
So technically the show did a mile and some change today.
Yeah. And it rode for, a 30-minute club banger ride with Alex Toussaint, Let go, be free, do you, have fun, spread love, that whole thing. Peloton way of life,
Yeah.
So, all right. So listen, I'll just tell you right now, I'm on this app called Runkeeper. My goal is to run 75 miles between now and Thanksgiving. And I want to do it. It will help me lose some weight. It'll help me, start to like get my run back on. I'm not going to feel like I have to run 6-7 miles in every session. I can just run 3 miles and I just got to do it 5 times a week. I got to get to 15 miles a week. So I'm down if anybody wants to join me.
I usually, whenever I exercise, I just put my Apple Watch on.
Yeah, same.
And I let that track how far I do anything.
Yeah,
which
same.
is probably not great, but it allows me to know when to turn around.
Yeah.
Well, Runkeeper tells you every mile. Like if you have like your headphones on and it's connected, it'll tell you 1 mile and here's your pace. Blah,
Alex,
blah,
I
blah.
want to find you on Runkeeper.
Oh, I don't have it right now.
No, you don't.
All right.
You got it. You
I
got it, bro.
Yeah.
Got rid of it. As in
I
past
did like 40 miles 1 month, and I was like, that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was a lot of running for me.
Well, think about how much more weight you would lose. I mean, I know you're on the I Thrive Weight Loss Accelerator program. Think about how much more weight you would lose if you added running to your repertoire.
I know.
You know,
But then you got to do it.
I know. All right, listen, we're just getting going, and I think that now that the Padres season has like officially come to an end, and we've had a chance to digest it and kind of get over what happened and the disappointment, we can start to look forward. Number one. The other thing I think we could do, and I really want to get to this next, is I want to talk about the things we haven't been talking about. In other words, there's a lot of other stuff that's been going on that we haven't paid attention to because we've been so Padre focused. Stick around. We're just getting going. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios. It's Tuesday afternoon. This is Kaplan and Crew.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Dominating the SoCal radio airwaves for over 20 years. Join Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner for Kaplan and Crew every Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. Only on the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the mightier1090.com.
From fitness to medical technology, explore how people are leading healthier lives on Your Health. Join Erica Cardenas as she introduces you to health experts and discover how our daily choices affect our well-being. Plus, learn simple tips for healthier living. Your Health, Sunday at 4:30 p.m. on YourView and YourView.com. Your Health is brought to you by Clever Care Health Plan, your partners for comprehensive care.
I thought I was okay. I had a degree, I had work experience. I should be able to provide for my kids. But they're just things that you don't plan on in life.
My husband got laid off and we are a family of 5.
My mom was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. I would ask the doctors, what can I do? And they would just say, just make sure she's eating. Our lives just changed completely. Thank God that we always had a plate of food.
When your air conditioner needs to be tuned up, repaired, or replaced, call Bill Howe, the name you have trusted for over 40 years. We carry the most reliable, energy-efficient brands that will fit your budget. Whether you are looking for a traditional or ductless air conditioning system, you know who to call.
Call 1-800-BILL-HOWE. Bill Howe. Because we know how.
Do the ups and downs of the financial markets have you on a roller coaster? Don't let the market take you and your investments for a ride. Stabilize your funds with SDCCU's Great Rate Savings, Money Market, or Certificate accounts. Choose a savings option that meets your needs and watch your money grow with SDCCU. Earn 1.5% APY on a 12-month certificate or 2.5% APY on a 36-month certificate. Open an account at sdccu.com/now. SDCCU, it's not big bang banking, it's better.
Change the way you look and feel with San Diego's most comprehensive varicose and spider vein treatment facility. San Diego Varicose Vein Treatment Center offers minimally invasive, pain-free procedures performed by board-certified cardiologist Dr. Tahizadeh. With over 17 years of experience, we specialize in the diagnosis of varicose veins, spider veins on the face, hands, and legs, ankle discoloration, leg swelling, and more. Improve your vein health today. Visit consultation.sdveintreatment.com or call 619-582-2404.
Welcome back. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, John Browner, and Alex Padilla.
Hey, great friends. What's happening? Today is Tuesday. It is October 25th. This is Kaplan and Crew with Grande and the Brown Man. We're coming to you from the 7 Mile Casino Studios. To all of our 1090 radio listeners, glad you guys are here. I know so many more people are back on 1090 because we had the Padres and the Phillies, and before that, the Padres and the Dodgers. We had the presentation of ESPN Radio throughout the playoffs. We will air the World Series on 1090. So glad everybody has come back to the radio station. As for all of our YouTubers, I keep reminding you guys, we're stuck at like 6,300-ish subscribers on YouTube, but I really want to get us up to 7,500 subscribers by the end of the year. I was talking to a kid I know in Chicago yesterday who's got a radio show and whatever. This guy's got like 20,000 YouTube subscribers, and I get it. He's been at it for a much longer period of time. And last night he was doing like live streaming during the Bears game. And guys, all I'm saying is that we're about 1,000 away from our goal for the end of the year. So if you are a YouTube viewer and you're not a subscriber, make sure you hit the subscribe button and then just share that with your friends. And let's see if together as a community, as the Great Friends Network, if we can build on what we've got going on YouTube. And just by the way, to that end, hey guys, this morning, I spoke to Captain Troy from the Yacht America. And I didn't ask you guys, but I want your opinion real quick. I'm thinking that we're going to do another Great Friends holiday party on the Yacht America, where we bring like 75 people, and many of them are listeners and great friends, and many of them are advertisers and sponsors. And Captain Troy and Captain Fathom put on this great show, this 100+ foot yacht that sails around the Bay of San Diego. Guys, I love the Yacht America, and I love all the interaction we've had with Captain Troy and Captain Fathom over the years. Do you guys still like the idea of the holiday party being on the Yacht America?
Yeah, we just got to get organized because it's going to come quick.
I think it's become a staple of the Great Friends.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too.
And we talked this morning, and you were like, I'm a big believer in getting, like, we love our daily guys that are here on the YouTube chat and people that are here on the YouTube chat and the people that show up to all of our events. I love every single one of them. But maybe you guys know that I like getting new blood because there's a bunch of people that we don't know. Like, remember at the 7 Mile dinner, there was people that we've never met before that were there. That was awesome.
Yeah.
So I think if you've been to the first two, like if you've already been on the first two, should we like try and get some new people in there?
I don't know, because on the other hand, when I think about like a Joe Rigby or a Molly or a Tommy or anybody who's who I know personally, I almost feel like the holiday party is like a way of saying thank you for being a daily listener, viewer, ambassador to the show. So I think what we should do, Alex, is we should say, look, here's a guest list of people who we know need to be there. And then here's a whole bunch of empty spaces for people that we don't currently really know, and we're looking for new blood.
What I'm saying is, like, let's block off. I'm not saying as a fact let's do that. But I'm saying let's block off like 20 spaces of fresh.
Okay. We're looking for new meat.
Someone that's never been on the boat before, ever.
Yeah. Browner just gave me a look like, what do you mean we're looking for new meat? You should know all about what I'm talking about, pal.
Whoa. We're looking for new listeners and people who we haven't met before to join us on our luxury Christmas tour.
Okay. Not new meat?
No, bruh. No.
Bruh.
Listen, if you're looking for new meat, that's on you. I'm not looking for new meat. I'm not looking for no meat at all.
All right. So listen, for those of you that are just joining us, here's where we've been so far today. Browner actually ran today, which is new, and he drank water today. These are all new developments, number one.
A little bit, though. Let's not get crazy.
Alex's dog next door is really annoying, and he wants to ban small dogs in apartment complexes and condo complexes.
Just this one.
I have joined a new running app where I'm trying to set a goal of 75 miles between now and Thanksgiving. We've also talked about being out of touch with other sports while we were involved in the Padres playoff run. We talked to Gary Cooper a little bit earlier today, and then we got into a conversation about what do you want to happen in the World Series and how will that make you feel based on what the Padres, did in making it all the way to the NLCS. So that's kind of a recap of where we've been. But let's now start moving a little bit forward because Eric Williams is going to join us in the next segment. We're going to get deep into some football stuff. I said this yesterday that when the Padres season came to this very abrupt end, rather than kind of crying in my soup about what just happened. Is that a phrase, crying in soup? Is that like a thing?
No.
Did I just make that up? I mean, I don't know.
I've heard of no soup for you, but I
Right.
don't know about crying in your soup.
Rather than sitting around and moping about like, gosh, the Padres, and they were so close and they're one step from the World Series and they're playing the number 6 seed. They didn't have to play Atlanta. I immediately said to myself, this was such an incredible season. This electrified the city like it hasn't been electrified in 15 years with sports. And I'm actually really excited now about next season. Like Browner, there will be no first half, keep it cool, don't be excited.
Oh,
no. From day one,
At
it
the
will
gate?
be a sprint to the postseason.
So
You
will be in attendance for the home opener.
Possible, depending on date and time and radio schedule and so on. But yeah, possible. But what I said was, for me, is that when it was over, rather than like crying about what just happened, I immediately started to think this over the next 2+ years, this is going to be really exciting. So with that being said, Alex, if you could show everybody on the screen who the Padres have that are unrestricted free agents that can up and leave versus those that the club has an option for. All right, take us through this. Go ahead.
Unrestricted, Josh Bell, Sean Manaea, Mike Clevenger, Craig Stammen, Brandon Drury, and Pierce Johnson, all unrestricted free agents.
Okay. Of all those guys, let me just ask you guys both a question. If I told you every single one of those guys that are unrestricted, Bell, Manaea, Clevenger, Stammen, Drury, and Johnson, if I told you every single one of those guys will not be back, that hurt anybody?
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Who do you want back, Alex?
I need one of the three guys back at first base.
Okay, so you either want Josh Bell, Brandon Drury, or as you put up on the screen, options. The team has an option on Will Myers. So one of those three guys
They're
you
not going
want
to
back.
pick that up. They're not picking that up. There's no way they're going to pay him $20 million next year.
Right.
I say this because this team has a real depth issue. Even with every single person on that screen, this team has a real depth issue. Bob Melvin had no pinch hitters in this series against the Phillies or all postseason. He didn't trust Campusano on the plate. He didn't trust Azocar on the plate. He didn't trust Alfaro at the plate. And he just had to play Myers, Bell, or Drury. I think that it's crucial to not lose every single one of them for depth issues, not necessarily for major contributions issues, because I genuinely think they're scooting Kim and Cronenworth over. I genuinely believe that's the way it's going to go.
If you told me I have the choice of Bell, Drury, or Myers, and let's assume that the Padres are not going to pick up Myers' deal because it's too much money, but let's just say that Will Myers is like, you know what, man, I've been here for the longest period of time. I'm the most tenured Padre. This is actually the best time to stay with this team.
Exactly.
I've made my money. I'll tell you guys what, I would take I'm making up a number here. I would take a $5 million deal from
1
the
year.
Padres versus I'm just making this up, a $10 million deal from Tampa Bay. So if Will Myers was willing to be inexpensive because he's already made his money and he knows, and we all know he didn't live up to his contract, but based on his ability to play first, play the outfield, and on occasion actually hit, of the three guys, Bell, Drury, and Myers, I probably would be leaning towards Myers.
Same here. For the right price. Come on back, Big Willie.
Now you're saying no, Alex. Which of the three of those guys
if I
would
have
you
to
rather
pick
have?
of the three, I'm taking the guy that almost hit 30 home runs this year in Brandon Drury. The guy that came through for you a couple times in the postseason. The guy that plays a solid enough first base. He's played other positions as well. I think that you're going to need to give him more money, but I like production. I like problem with that guy hit almost 30 home runs.
Right. But how many did he hit in Petco? I don't want you to look it up because the power doesn't translate. Like Josh Bell's power didn't translate into Petco. Brandon Drury's power didn't translate into Petco. So for me, the reason why I'm sticking with Will Myers is because I honestly don't think that power hitters will be successful in Petco. I think that's why we're going to see Soto change the way that he hits in Petco, because power hitters just don't succeed there. None of them do. Luke Voigt wasn't great, but I can't think of one guy who they brought in to hit home runs that actually hit home runs. Like I can't. And so this team needs to be built around versatile guys who can move guys over. And I think with the winning you just did around the league, you'll have more guys looking at San Diego going, okay, this team's got a shot and the core is already there. I just need to come in and do a little bit here and there.
Well, maybe none of those three guys come back because maybe AJ Preller has his sights set on somebody else who's a power hitting first baseman type.
I think that would be an error.
Well, all right. Well, so that
I honestly think they're going to move him over. I genuinely believe
Cronenworth
will be the first baseman, Kim will be second base, and Tatis will be short.
I
but
think,
when you get a guy, if you bring a Will Myers back, then yeah, you might see Tatis at DH. You might see Tatis at center every now and then.
It is definitely going to be hard for the Padres to not have A, Hassan Kim on this team, and B, not have him playing every day. He's got to play every day.
I disagree. Well, yeah, if he's on the team, yes, because he is functional. He can play second base, he can play short. So he can do more than one thing. Cronenworth, the same thing. But if you get a good offer for Hassan Kim, bruh, take it. Take it.
What is a good offer?
I mean, just some guys, see, to me, Browner, some guys, I'm not saying that he's not tradable. I'm just saying that some guys are such an important piece of the chemistry of a team that I don't want to give him up. Now, if the offer comes in and it's a starting pitcher and I've got like a legit number 4 starting pitcher, and I can keep Cronenworth at second and I can fill the hole at first, maybe. But I like Hassan Kim. I don't want him going anywhere, and I need him playing every day.
I do. I like him too. This gets thrown around, and I don't like him. I do like him. He's serviceable. He gets the job done. He's trustworthy. But if you tell me I can get a 4th starting pitcher, which was the biggest hole in our lineup when it came time to win in the playoffs, I need that whole field more than I need him at shortstop or second base.
How about the options, Alex? You put that up on the screen. Will Myers has a team option. Jurickson Profar, do you need him back? I don't think so.
Yeah, all three of these guys are going to opt out.
Well,
all three of them are going to make more money than they make right now.
I mean, Suarez for sure made his money this postseason. Martinez, I think I'd love to have a guy like Martinez and Suarez both back. Profar, to be honest, I could live without Profar. There's nothing special.
The problem is, see, when we say like yes, no, right now, like 2 days after the season, is who you replace him with. This dude like turned himself into a legit left fielder every single day. Like he wasn't the most explosive of left fielders that you can get offensively, but Profar was really good in left field this year. So I think that I think they're counting on Nick Martinez being back. I don't think whether he opts out or not, because they are going to make him a starter again. I think him and Morejon are going to be starters next year.
Well, again, for me, Profar, listen, you asked the question, who am I replacing with? My answer is I don't know.
No, I'm not saying like.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's the only reason. Like right now, it's difficult to be like no to a guy when you have him, and there wasn't a depth. Like there was nobody to play left field on this team. That's why Profar played 100 and whatever games at left field. No, who else is going to play over there?
I would argue this about Profar: you can find another Profar. If you ask me between him and Kim, who would I rather have? I'd rather have Kim. You can find another Profar because, like you said,
you don't have to make that decision. You're putting yourself in a corner that you don't have to be.
Right,
in.
you don't. But I'm just saying, for the sake of the conversation of how much I value Profar, I feel like you can get another Profar out there. You can't get a 4th starter if you try to trade him, but you can't. But that's the whole point.
Wonder what he makes, Profar.
He was like 9.
Yeah, wow,
that's a lot.
Well, right now, if every single person on, I think I read in the UT today, if all of the free agents don't resign and all of the players opt out, I think their roster is at 177 million already.
Okay. Well, that would give them about 60 million to get back to where they were last year. Weren't they at 230 million?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a really interesting thing to think about because when you really look at it, if let's say they all opt out, so now your middle of your bullpen is gone, your left fielder is gone, all of your first basemen are gone, and then how much do you trust your center fielder? Like these are like huge holes that the Padres can possibly have.
I will say this. I'm going to say this. I know Browner's not going to like it. I don't need Tatis. I don't have to be locked in at short. I do not have to be locked in.
You got too much money invested in him for him to come back and not be fully locked into the game. And he's openly said,
Well,
at
you know what?
shortstop, I'm more locked in, and I'm not going to tinker with that.
That was
guess
before
what?
he crashed motorcycles.
That's right.
And-
Exactly. Now, a more humbled, a more
Psych.
grateful
Psych.
Fernando Tatis could be convinced, hey, the team needs you to play center field.
No. And then for me, I understand what you guys are saying. I hear you. It sounds like that makes sense. For me, I wouldn't do that because I wouldn't want to mess with the success that he actually had. We only saw him be successful at shortstop. We haven't seen him be successful in left field, which he ain't going back there.
No, I'm
and
saying
I don't even
center.
remember him playing center. Did he play center?
He did a little
Yes.
bit. Yeah.
How did he do at the plate?
I don't remember.
You asked that question. I've answered it before. He did equal the same, dude.
And from center.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Don't like it. I don't like it.
All right, let me do this.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
And I trust Perler to fill those holes. That's what it comes down
exactly
to.
What I was going to say is we are assuming that Tatis, Soto, Machado are all on this roster. With AJ Preller, I don't put all three of those as like locked in.
Oh, I do.
Listen. I'm with you. I'm not locked in. I'm not. It would not shock me.
I would be floored
at all if Preller made a move that moved Tatis.
I am not telling you that I agree with it, Browner. I'm not telling you I agree with it.
Because I'm about to get
we
real
don't know
mad.
what's been going on behind closed doors.
We don't.
With
You're
Tatis.
right.
We don't, and we didn't know what was going on with Tatis closed doors all season. So to just go assume that he's locked in now and he's all in because he's having surgeries that they've been making. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be surprised because Preller has surprised us every single offseason, even when they were crappy. He would go out and make some Matt Kemp type trades, Justin Upton, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when they were bad, they were doing things. It wouldn't surprise me if Preller does something like, what?
Those
Ohtani's
moves.
a Padre?
Okay, now hold on now. Those moves were to get you where you are. So you wouldn't roll the dice when you're set. You have to give this a look. Soto, Tatis, Machado. That has to get 80 games.
I hear you.
You got to give that a look.
I hear you, but I also hear Peter Seidler saying we want to extend Juan Soto.
Yeah, but you got 2 years to do that.
You're also looking at Manny Machado opting out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there's if you have X amount of money, but you have Y amount of players, you've got to balance.
All right, let's get to the highlight of the day because here's the thing. We can keep going on this
You
for a
got
long
2
time.
years. You got 2 years for Soto. You can extend them
right.
tomorrow. You still got 2 years.
I'll just say one thing. If you told me Tatis for Ohtani,
all day.
Book
Come
that.
on,
Two
man.
birds, bro.
Book that
2 birds,
all
bro.
day.
So
I
you get
will-
your fourth starter and you get a DH?
Dude, I will take Ohtani for Tatis right now. Right now. And Tatis has a long-term contract, and Ohtani's only got a 1-year deal with the Angels, but it's $30 million. If I traded Tatis and I gave Ohtani a $40 million a year deal, make him the highest paid player in baseball. Oh, dude.
The power doesn't translate. I'm telling y'all.
So what? So you got 80
So you
games on the road.
You got a Cy Young pitcher then.
All right.
Dude, you get a
Just wanted a fourth starter,
Why y'all
Right,
coming in?
right.
Why y'all coming in here with this garbage, dude?
All right. Let's do this. Let's get to the highlight of the day because Eric Williams from Fox Sports is going to be here. We're going to talk a lot of NFL coming up, but it is time right now for the highlight of the day, man.
It's time for the highlight of the day, man.
Do you want to get high, man?
I'm just really high.
All right, promo code is Boobies for a few more days in October. BOOBIES. Spend $75 at Torrey, California Holistic, and you get 20% off with that promo code Boobies. BOOBIES. All lower caps. Boobies. All right. We're gonna have more answers tomorrow, Browner. The exit press conferences are happening today with the Padres. We'll have all the sound and any important from AJ and Bob Melvin tomorrow.
And by the way, shout out to the fans because as the videos have emerged of the fans being there Sunday night when the Padres returned to Petco Park. Again, I said it yesterday, man. It's not my style, but I'm not criticizing anybody else who was there. In fact, if anything, I'm applauding everybody who showed up. That was freaking really, really cool. I didn't realize the crowd was as big as it was until the videos began to emerge. All right, Alex, highlight of the day.
The most attended F1 event happened this weekend. Scott, when you asked, did you watch? Did you miss things? I didn't miss the F1 race.
Was this in Austin?
This was in Austin, Texas, where a combined over the 3-day weekend, 440,000 fans showed up to the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. It is the most attended event of the season and the second most attended event in the history of F1, only bested by some race in 1995 in Australia where 500,000 people showed up.
Now, dude,
and next year, they're saying they're expecting 475 already for next year.
When is the Vegas F1?
November of next year.
Okay. So, and I told you I had tickets for you all set up last weekend in Austin. You said flights were ridiculous, number one. Now I understand why, right? With that many people there. Wow. And who knew that, the Padres would still be playing last weekend?
Right.
So worked out that you didn't go, but
really fun race too, by the way.
Yeah,
very
who won?
fun race. Max Verstappen.
That's the only guy I know. So that's the guy I was going to guess.
He won for the 13th time this year. He's dominating like crazy. That's the most. He tied for the most wins in a single season this year already.
Wow. All right, well, listen, let's get caught up on the NFL. Eric Williams from Fox Sports will join us next. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios. This is Kaplan and Crew.
Many are adding companion units or ADUs to bring more value to their homes. Our experience, plus our strong relationship with the city, makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
We listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com for your consultation.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
The Rich Eisen Show airs Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. An engaging blend of insightful football expertise with an offbeat mix of humor and pop culture while continuing to attract the most recognizable names in sports and entertainment. Only on the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
Drivers are getting in accidents at a rate we've never seen before, jumping 18% since 2020. There are higher incidents of speeding and more aggressive driving since the pandemic began. Please slow down and drive safely. It can save a life.
Please welcome 4 of the 5 San Diego County Teachers of the Year from the 2021-2022 school year. From Central Elementary School, Laura Reyes. From Westfield High School, Tiffany Jokers. From San Jose Elementary School, Jacqueline Jordan. And from St. Joe Chavez Middle School, Zar Sanders. Teachers, please deliver the pitch. San Diego County Teachers of the Year with their honorary pitch.
From fitness to medical technology, explore how people are leading healthier lives on Your Health. Join Erica Cardenas as she introduces you to health experts and discover how our daily choices affect our well-being. Plus, learn simple tips for healthier living. Your Health, Sunday at 4:30 p.m. on YourView and YourView.com. Your Health is brought to you by Clever Care Health Plan, your partners for comprehensive care.
At the Barnes firm, we're seeing more pedestrian and bicycle accidents. Drivers are rolling through red lights, and distracted driving makes every intersection a danger zone for pedestrians. Look both ways when crossing, even if you have the right of way.
Listen to the Mike Greenberg Show, 7 to 9 a.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. Greeny brings his unmatched depth of sports knowledge, fun, and entertainment back to ESPN on a daily basis. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the Mightier1090.com.
Hola, I'm JR Cardenas.
And I'm Vanessa Ramirez.
We're the hosts for Su Vida, where we showcase California restaurants, music,
art, culture, and so much more.
We would love to talk to you about featuring your business on our show.
Yes, and as an added bonus, you get to keep the professional video segment to repurpose and use on your website or social media channels.
Please click on the link below to get more information about how to put your business on Su Vida.
We hope to hear from you soon.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Watch Doing More Sunday night at 6 on YourView or stream it online at yourview.com.
Brought to you by Procopio, San Diego's largest law firm, committed to community, representing San Diegans for more than 75 years.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the Mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and YourView, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Many are adding companion units or ADUs to bring more value to their homes. Our experience, plus our strong relationship with the city, makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
We listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com for your consultation.
Absolutely. The best part of the day is working with the team and working directly with customers. Just because it's fun and I enjoy collaborating. I enjoy watching the customers' reactions when the designers come up with their spaces. And we really take pride in the team effort and what we accomplish in the end.
I can tell that the team we have, accountability is very important. They feel like the work that we do is not just a reflection of themselves, but a reflection of us.
We've always been a design build company, but now we've taken design, not only architectural, but interior design to a completely different level.
The philosophy of integrity here at Murray Lampert is always doing the right thing, even when someone isn't looking. In turn, the homeowners get a really great product.
We're truly a team at Murray Lampert Design, Build, Remodel, and we don't take that lightly.
Murray Lampert's design process is very collaborative. We love the process, and what's best about the process is the way that it can flex as needed. So if there's a new piece of technology that's available that's really going to help us out make a more accurate model, we're going to utilize that. We'll send the measure-off team to the house, and they will end up scanning the house using drones, LiDAR scanning, lasers, and tape measures to measure every square inch of the home. Then they'll take that information back to the office and build a 3D model of the home. We'll be upfront and honest if they're asking for things that may be out of their budget. We're going to let them know up front. We're always motivated to strive for excellence. There's kind of not another way to be. We do the best work we can and ultimately make the homeowners happy. What makes me proud is when we present that 3D model to the homeowners and we wow them. Sometimes we even bring tears to their eyes because they love the design so much. That brings me a lot of joy.
I feel like I have the fun part of the job where I get to help out and make my clients' houses look beautiful. We start with looking at the floor plan, space planning, and then we look at countertops, tile, backsplashes, flooring, cabinets, everything like that. We have a lot of client meetings start in our conference room. Sometimes we have some clients that have already selected certain items that they want to incorporate into their project. We want to make sure they're happy with it because they're going to be living with it for a very long time. Sometimes we'll do something that goes totally with the style, and then we'll have a total outlier option for the client. And a lot of the times they end up going with that because they want to see something totally different. We want to make sure that we're focusing in on our clients. I really want to make sure at the end of the day that clients are happy, that I'm keeping up with my communication with them, and that we know that at the end of the day as well, and moving through the process of construction and everything, that we're going to have a successful project.
Joining me now is Paco Franco, Medicare Benefits Consultant with Clever Care. Thank you so much for joining us, Paco.
Thank you so much, Erica. I really appreciate it.
First off, we hear that Clever Care is a health plan customized for growing diverse populations. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the most distinct differences of Clever Care is that we combine the principles of Eastern and Western medicine to our approach of healthcare. We believe in the complete well-being of our members and believe that wellness should be affordable. Anybody who's eligible for Medicare can join Clever Care Medicare Advantage HMO plan. We also have another enrollment period coming up called the annual enrollment period. This is the most popular one, which takes place from October 15th to December 7th. And during this time, you can sign up for a new plan, you can switch plans, you can leave a plan, or simply just return to your original Medicare.
Please welcome 4 of the 5 San Diego County Teachers of the Year from the 2021-2022 school year. From Central Elementary School, Laura Reyes. From Westville High School, Tiffany Jokers. From San Jose Elementary School, Jacqueline Jordan. And from St. Joe Chavez Middle School, Todd Sanders. Teachers, please deliver the pitch. San Diego County Teachers of the Year with their honorary pitch.
Surf Soccer has been around for over 30 years. We're based here in San Diego, but we are the premier national youth sports brand in soccer. Our mission is to create experiences and opportunities for kids, and we do that here mostly in San Diego with our 1,000 kids, but we also do it through our events where we really help kids chase their dreams.
PNC Bank's sponsorship helps the kids here. One, it is to continue to help fund facilities like this where the kids can come play soccer. Two, it is really through our scholarship program. There are a lot of kids in San Diego that have incredible levels of talent, but they can't afford to play on a team like Surf. And so a lot of our sponsorship dollars go back into scholarships to give an opportunity for kids who are low to moderate income to play on one of the elite teams in the U.S.
Having a partner like PNC who is community oriented and cares about the development of youth in the community is amazing because our missions are completely aligned and we're both driven by helping develop kids, and in this case through sport in San Diego.
Locally owned and operated, not some bland, uninspired, corporate, cookie-cutter radio station crap. We simply say to those stations, Q. The mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
Many are adding companion units or ADUs to bring more value to their homes. Our experience, plus our strong relationship with the city, makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
We listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com for your consultation.
Congratulations to the 2022-23 San Diego County Teachers of the Year, Jacqueline Ma, Stephanie Cluxton, Amy McCoy, Juanita Nunez, and Melissa Raines. Congratulations to all the teachers of the year. We salute you and everything you do for your students.
Change the way you look and feel with San Diego's most comprehensive varicose and spider vein treatment facility. San Diego Varicose Vein Treatment Center offers minimally invasive, pain-free procedures performed by board-certified cardiologist Dr. Tahizadeh. With over 17 years of experience, we specialize in the diagnosis of varicose veins, spider veins on the face, hands, and legs, ankle discoloration, leg swelling, and more. Improve your vein health today. Visit consultation.sdveintreatment.com or call 619-582-2404.
From fitness to medical technology, explore how people are leading healthier lives on your health. Join Erica Cardenas as she introduces you to health experts and discover how our daily choices affect our well-being. Plus, learn simple tips for healthier living. Your Health, Sunday at 4:30 p.m. on YourView and YourView.com. Your Health is brought to you by Clever Care Health Plan, your partners for comprehensive care.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.